Hi everybody, it's Nathaniel Campius here today with another paradox. This one is called the revenge paradox, and it goes like this proposition is either false or has no truth value. In other words, this proposition is either false or is neither true nor false. Alright, now let's take the first rendition of that paradox. This proposition is either false or has no truth value because it's easier to work with. Alright, so in this video, I shall make the argument that ascribing truth value to things that aren't propositions, and even saying that things that aren't propositions do not have truth value, does not make any sense. And here's why. Alright. What does it mean to have? What does it mean to have something? Alright? Like, if I have an apple in my hand, that means that that concept of possession means that I have something like on me or in my property, like illegally in my property, as my property, or something that's like physically connected to me somehow, like an apple in my hand. Okay, that's that definition of have. Now, what about propositions? Do propositions have truth value? Well, it's not a physical connection, is it? It's not like a legal, like, abstract connection is it either, right? It's because abstract legal things are also physical, because your property is a physical thing, so it's nothing physical. So how can we use the word have in both instances of a proposition having truth value and someone having an apple in their hand? The truth is that we use the same word, but the word has two completely different meanings. Alright, the meanings may be similar in some way, but they're different. But they're different in nature and different in essence, which is what is important. Alright, because a proposition like proposition having something does not equate to, for example, a building having something in it. So we've established that the word has or have or is having or whatever has two ambiguous meanings. Now to say that like a physical thing or a nonsensical expression has no truth value is to take the meaning of the metaphysical thing, of the metaphysical version of has, and apply it to the physical world, when the physical world and the confusion is, and the reason why people do that is because the physical world also has the word has, except that it has a completely different meaning, and that's what people don't realize. So saying that like something has no truth value, and the only things that people say it has no truth value are incomprehensible expressions, which are physical things, or objects which are physical things. Saying that something has no truth value is saying that those things have no truth value is applying a metaphysical term to physical things. It doesn't make any sense, because having truth value is a metaphysical thing, and you're applying it to physical things. So it does not make sense to say that things have truth value or do not have truth value, because saying that they do not have truth value implies that they logically can have truth value. And that doesn't make any sense. Like a characteristic, like in some universe, a unicorn, a horse, like saying a horse does not have a horn implies that in some universe it's even comprehensible that a horse can have a horn. And that's true. It's comprehensible to imagine a horse having a horn. But, applying a... But you cannot say... But, saying a horse has a square root, for example, does not make any sense. It's incomprehensible in any universe to say that a horse has a square root. So saying it, even saying it does not have a square root, is implying that in some universe it can have a square root, but in this one, and like in some theoretical universe it can have a square root, but in this one it doesn't. You understand that saying something doesn't physically have something implies implies the imagining that it can, but you can't imagine something physical having truth value, because truth value is just a characteristic that it doesn't make sense to apply to physical objects. Alright, so the whole sentence of the revenge paradox doesn't make sense because it has that option saying this sentence has no truth value, because all propositions have truth value, and you can't just say it has no truth value. In fact, nothing has no truth value, because in the sense that we're using the word has, we're only talking about propositions. And since no propositions have no truth value, then nothing has no truth value, because in the sense that we're using the word has, we're only talking about propositions. It's only applying to propositions. So saying it has no truth value is absurd. So that sentence is already down the drain. Alright. That's it for today. Thanks.